after gaining a son, his son being Cool Kid, only to then lose him after a series of unfortunate events.
Oh,
But yeah,
that is so cooked.
not only that, John Doe now looks like this monstrosity
That's
over
so
here.
cool.
With the text, Azure would also wake up in the world of Forsaken, but this time as a monster filled with hatred towards Two-Time. But at the same time, he also misses
kind of
the good
valid.
times.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy JRK here one more time. And as many of you guys requested, we will be checking out the Forsaken lore, okay? Bro, I saw two videos that really caught my attention, okay? By YouTuber Flush. So go check his channel out. He made the videos, he made all the work. Go give him a like and a sub. But yeah, we are going to be watching the lore of the survivors and the lore of the killers, okay? Oh my god, this is about to be crazy, man. Okay. Like, I was wondering, bro, like, how did Noob get there, you know? How did Elliot? Bro, pizza guy, man. And the killers, bro. Okay, I'm hyped, okay? So if you guys like this type of content, like, subscribe, okay? And don't forget to hop on the live streams so you guys can play with me. I love playing with you. I love you. Like, y'all cyberbully me, but I like you guys, okay? But yeah, let's go to the first one. Okay, guys, here's the first video. The lore of every Forsaken survivor. Bro, oh my god, man. Yo, this is so cool. Okay, I gotta chill, though. I gotta shut up. Let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, play.
What's the lore of the survivors in Forsaken? You may be surprised, but even though
Yeah.
they're considered the good guys, many of them did something horrifying to get themselves trapped in the world of Forsaken. If you don't know, Forsaken is this alternate reality where the main villain, the Spectre, traps these survivors and kills them over and over again for all of eternity. But why? Why these specific survivors? Well,
yeah, man. Look at Elliot's face, bro. He just wanna sell some pizza. What are they doing to him? Bro, Dusekkar, though, just kill that guy, okay? Look at him. If he turns out to be a really good guy, okay? I thought he was a killer the first time I saw him, bro.
Why these specific survivors? Well, we'll start off with Noob here. So in
Noob!
Noob's description, they're described as being scared but still pushes on, wanting to find a way to escape out of the world of Forsaken. Yeah, you can even see it in Noob's expression. He's always seen to be scared and nervous looking. Even with speaking to other survivors, he's constantly stuttering, again displaying his nervousness. But that wasn't always the case with Noob. See, Noob used to actually be cheerful and even playful back in the day. He actually used to be friends with Guest 666. The two would always hang out and everything would be happy, but then something would happen, and this something would cause them to stop hanging out. And we don't really know what exactly caused these two to stop being friends. I'm sure that'll be revealed once Guest 666 is released as a killer. Many people believe he'll be the next killer right after Noli. But yeah.
So Guest is a killer. Oh my god.
It was losing this friendship with Guest 666 that will cause Noob much distraught, pretty much leaving him to be quiet and withdrawn from talking to the other survivors. Not only that, but one day Guest 666 would also just disappear, and him disappearing is kind of a reference to him getting banned from Roblox. Yeah, it was actually Builderman that would ban Guest 666, but Guest 666 is unaware of this, so most of his hatred is going to be towards Noob, because he actually thinks that Noob did something really bad. And we also know this because in the lobby, if you go to the box right here, there's actually a letter that's written by Noob. Yeah, so this is Noob here saying, "Hey Sixer," aka Guest 666. It's Noob. And then unfortunately, a lot of the letter is censored right now, but you do see words like how he regrets so many things, and there could have been many things that would have prevented what happened that day. Again, we don't really know what happened, but it does seem like Noob is in the wrong. And looking at the model of Guest 666,
get this out of my screen.
Forgive Noob right away. Yet the rest of the letter ends with, "You feel as if more of the censored text will reveal itself later." So yeah, it looks like in the future we're gonna see exactly what happened between the two. Builderman. So Builderman is known as the big boss of Roblox HQ, and as they promised with Shedletsky, the both of them are going to do everything they can to help everyone. Now, not much is known about Builderman at the moment. Again, we do know that he is responsible for banning Guest 666, but again, he's unaware about this. But I'm pretty sure once Guest 666 is in the game, he's gonna find out the truth. Yet, something to note about
but he thinks it was Noob though. Oh no.
Is that in some way, shape, or form, they've all done something wrong to the killers. Like next up, we have Shedletsky. So to state the obvious, he's friends with Builderman. Again, they both made a promise to help everyone else in Forsaken. But Shedletsky actually holds an extremely dark secret. Something that the other survivors don't even know.
Bro, look at this expression by Shedletsky, bro. He's traumatized for life, you know? Even if he escapes Forsaken, my man, You are traumatized for life.
About him. See, the secret that Shedletsky does not tell any other survivors is that he is the actual creator of 1x1x1x1, the other killer in Forsaken. Yeah, if you ever read Shedletsky's information here, the first thing that's read is Blame John, his first name. And if you read 1x1x1x1's bio, it reads the physical manifestation of pure malice, hatred, and negativity himself, the one who despises no one else more than the former admin Shedletsky. And even in his abilities, Mass Infection, it says right there again, Blame John. Yeah, this is a reference to a forum post from a long time ago that talked about the whole 1x1x1x1 myth. And it says here, he mentions the evil 1x1x1x1. So that's where the name comes from, Blame John. This is a real post from an actual Roblox admin, which, yeah, John is the whole creator of this myth. But in the world of Forsaken, 1x1 is literally the embodiment of hatred. Like,
guys, most broken killer, one by one. I don't care what anybody says, okay? Nerf 1x1!
Shedletsky is the only survivor left in a round, and the killer is 1x1x1x1. The song will change to the creation of hatred.
Baker!
And yeah, 1x1 wants nothing but to kill Shedletsky, and this is a secret that he won't tell the other survivors. See, Shedletsky is actually afraid of telling the others that he personally knows 1x1. He doesn't want to tell the others because he thinks that the other survivors will no longer trust them. Yeah, he's also the only survivor to call Dusekkar by his real name.
Bro, get away from him! Shedletsky, get away from this guy. I do not trust him.
Personally, yeah, Dusekkar in real life was also a Roblox employee, same with Shedletsky. But yeah, as for Shedletsky's sin, if it wasn't obvious, he's the creator of the killer 1x1x1x1, Elliot. So Elliot's bio describes him as the best employee at Builder Brothers Pizza, and now in the world of Forsaken, he wants to help in any way he can. And yeah, pretty much all of his abilities are support items.
You don't deserve that, bro.
Elliot is that he's always been employee of the month at his job, as he would often have to work every job in the pizzeria due to being understaffed. But
he's a goat!
Actually minded. Yeah, Elliot is often seen as always putting others over himself. Like literally, even his
guys, I love Elliot, okay? Oh, he's so sweet, man. Oh my god, bro.
Is at 80, while many of the other survivors are typically at 100. But now, as for Elliot's past, we know that he's worked at the pizzeria for quite a while, and we also know that he had to suffer through the havoc of Cool Kid hacking work at a pizza.
What? What is happening with this game? Guys, Cool Kid did that to the game. Oh my god, that is so disturbing. Holy Cool Kid. Yo, I want to see the killers. Okay, chill. One at a time.
We know this because when Cool Kid kills Elliot in Forsaken, he says... But yeah, Cool Kid was amazing. Destroying work at a pizza place, which made Elliot dislike both Cool Kid and Cool Kid's father, 007 and 7, for bringing Cool Kid to the pizza place. Yeah, Elliot's typically shown to want to help the other survivors by giving them pizza, but he's much more hesitant towards 007 and 7. But even then, he's still willing to put aside his differences to help him. And so now what's Elliot's sin? Banning Cool Kid, 007 and 7. This is actually one of the saddest lores in Forsaken.
Wait, Elliot banned Cool Kid. Is that it?
Cool Kid, 007 and 7. This is actually one of the saddest lores in Forsaken. If you read his information here, they were previously infamous for their exploits, but he had a change of heart after gaining a son, his son being Cool Kid, only to then lose him after a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, that is so cooked. So he was a hacker, he had a son, and the son started hacking. Oh, hell no.
7 and 7 is that he used to be a former hacker and exploiter, often causing havoc across Roblox alongside his best friend Noli, and this was prior to Noli finding the Void Star. But yeah, 7 and 7 would be hacking until one day he discovered a baby on his doorstep. This baby was actually Cool Kid. 7 and 7 wanted to be a good father, and so he retired from hacking and took the time to try to be a good dad. Yeah, it's actually kind of sweet that 7 and 7 wears his shirt because Cool Kid likes it and thinks it's funny. Though as Cool
I was wondering, what is that shirt?
Kid would grow up, he did eventually learn about his father's past misdeeds, and so Cool Kid would also cause havoc similar to his father, mainly at the Builder Brothers Pizzeria. Yeah, this would eventually get to a point where Elliot would eventually ban both Cool Kid and 7 and 7 from the establishment for life. And then at some point, Cool Kid would go missing. We don't really know what exactly happened, but we do know that Cool Kid is actually 10 years old as of right now, which is a reference to the real life Cool Kid who was exploiting in the year 2014. But yeah, with Cool Kid being missing, this
Okay. Bro, you see so many details, bro. For a second, I thought that he was like 10 years old and like writing hacking codes, you know? Like full prodigy. But no. It's because he was hacking in 2014.
Distraught to 7 and 7. But now in the world of Forsaken, it's been unveiled that Cool Kid now became this horrifying monster.
Yeah,
and when Cool
bro,
Kid meets his dad,
bro.
there's a chance that he can say this.
It's so nice to see you, Dad.
No shot!
Not only that, but when 7 and 7 is the last survivor and Cool Kid is the killer, the song Plead will start playing.
Oh, such a good song!
Yeah, and because 7 and 7 is pretty much the father of Cool Kid, he kind of became an outcast with the other survivors as they don't really trust him too much. Again,
I mean,
Elliot, while still kind of
valid.
angry towards him, will still give pizza to help him. And Shedletsky also shows sympathy for 7 and 7's loss, since they both regretted decisions they've made in the past. But Shedletsky, on the other hand, does choose to stay quiet about this. Now, as for the reason why 7 and 7 is in the world of Forsaken, well, I can't really say because it's against the terms of service on YouTube and Roblox, but you could probably get the idea. It's honestly a very tragic story for 7 and 7. Guess.
Wait, I don't get it. Wait, what? What do you mean TOS? Holy shit.
1337. So he's actually based off of the guest from the animation by the YouTuber Oblivious HD from the video The Last Guest, where he fights against the Bacon Army. Yeah.
Yo! Why is he beating me though? Yo, that's my character. Look, the character that is being kicked in the face. That's exactly my character.
Fights against the Bacon Army. Yet Guest would have a normal life until the death of his parents by the Bacon General. This caused him to have a hatred for the Bacon Heads. But Guest would later on get married and have a kid, and then shortly after join the military to go to war. And here he would fight off the entire Bacon Army. And now in this animation, Guest 1337 did survive, but in the world of Forsaken, he actually ends up sacrificing himself by using the grenade against the Bacon General.
No,
this
rest in
sacrifice
peace.
is how he ended up in the Forsaken realm. Yeah,
bro, what a nice soldier. Rest in peace.
Guest 1337 misses his wife and daughter and keeps a picture of them in his pocket. He also deeply regrets leaving them to fend for themselves. And now, for whatever reason, the Spectre really does not like Guest 1337. Like, the Spectre gives mostly every survivor some sort of item to defend themselves, but Guest really only has his fist. But yeah, as for his sin, same as 7 and 7. 2 times. So 2 times is actually one of
This is Sasuke Uchiha, guys. For those who watch these streams, this guy looks exactly like Sasuke, bro.
the most corrupt survivors in Forsaken.
What?
Yeah, they're known as a fragile cultist that holds a terrible secret, bearing nothing other than a sleek dagger and a manic smile. They're able to earn a second life through risk and sacrifice.
Get this psychopath out of the survivors group. Get him out. He's going to betray everybody.
Yeah, that's right. So 2 Time is actually in a cult known as Spawn, where they believe in respawning / resurrection. And yeah, 2 Time actually had a friend called Azure, and the two of them were actually really great friends. Like, they even have a photo here that says best friends. But then something would happen that would change all this forever. See, at some point, 2 Time's beliefs began to grow more and more demented. One day, while 2 Time and Azure were alone, 2 Time would say, "There's just one more step for us to please our dear Spawn, for us to see the second life finally brought to fruition. Spawn will be eternally pleased at our devotion." And it is here where 2 Time would take out a dagger and betray Azure. Now again, why did 2 Time do this?
What
Well,
a trash
in hopes
guy.
to receive a second life. See, at first 2 Time is regretful of their actions, but in milestone 4, you'll see the full version of the picture seen in the pocket of 2 Time's shirt. It's the best friends picture, but this time Azure is X'd out with text saying "Glory to the Spawn," meaning that at this point 2 Time has lost
Get this guy out of my game.
it and has devoted everything to the Spawn. Now, even then, there are little glimpses of 2 Time feeling bad for their actions. Like in the Nightshade milestone skin, it states, "It's not that I can't remember, it's that I don't want to remember." And even in all of 2 Time's abilities, you'll notice Azure in every single one of his icons. Now, another thing about 2 Time is that he literally has an ability to revive, but this only further enhances 2 Time's belief that the Spawn cult is actually real. What he doesn't know is that his respawn ability is actually illegitimate and was given by the Spectre to feed them further into their false belief. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so cooked. Holy. And now he thinks that because he sacrificed his friend, That's why he's able to respawn. But that's not it. It was a plan since the beginning. This game is so dark, bro.
Completely unaware of their second life being illegitimate. He still strongly believes in the cult, as he's often telling others about it. And what's also creepy is that after he respawns, he actually keeps a smile and doesn't frown until he finally dies. And now as for Azure, he more than likely will be a future killer, as he probably has a lot of hatred towards Two-Time. Now what is Two-Time's sin? Betraying his best friend. But another magic user in the survivors.
Yo, wait before this one. I kinda wanted that killer to kill Two-Time, you know? Cause I hate betrayals, bro. Why would you do that?
Group is Dusekkar. So not much is known about
this guy's
Dusekkar,
a killer.
aside from his real name being Matt Dusekkar because of Shedletsky. He is often seen rhyming a lot and can be somewhat competitive with Cerulean, an upcoming survivor to Forsaken. As for his sin, we don't really know yet. Taph.
Bro, his sin is being alive!
Taph is an interesting survivor. He's actually mute and communicates using hand signals. Like even all his chat messages to the other survivors are just emojis. But yeah, he sees himself as Builderman's right-hand man, as he's actually a demolitionist who used to blow up and destroy the houses of terminated users at the will of Builderman. But now there were a lot of Robloxians who protested against the act of destroying these homes due to accidental terminations. Yep, been there before, Roblox. And this did lead to demolitionists being hunted down by the angry protesters. And due to this, Taph would lock himself in his home with traps in case any protesters comes wanting vengeance. Yeah, like Taph even knows some of the survivors because unbeknownst,
bro, this guy's kinda sus too though.
Comes wanting vengeance. Yeah, like Taph even knows some of the survivors because unbeknownst to them, he actually was responsible for blowing up their homes when they mysteriously vanished. As for where Taph's name comes from, it's actually short for epitaph, which is a funeral oration, which is a short text that's written over a gravestone. Kind of morbid and dark. But yeah, as for what Taph's sin is, he did something really bad to Cerulean. Like really bad. Cerulean also hates all the other admins because of this thing that he did. Chance. So Chance is a well-known gambler.
This guy's so cool.
That gives him either buffs or debuffs.
Yo, he's a gamba.
Has a smirk when he's over 50% health and a nervous expression when below 50 health. And now as for his lore, he actually used to be friends with iTrap, one of the people that hacked Roblox back in 2012. But in the Forsaken lore, iTrap actually helped free some wanted criminals. And now after the 2012 incident, the friends again would get arrested, but iTrap was not suspected. And so iTrap decided he wanted to free his friends again, as they were all arrested in the Bandlands. So he met Chance, as Chance's family is rumored to hold the key to the Bandlands. And now Chance, thinking that iTrap actually cared for his friendship, would become close with iTrap, despite iTrap only seeing him as a pawn. See, iTrap would try to kill Chance through many death games. And now why would Chance play these games? Well, again, he likes gambling. And now due to Chance's luck, he would always come out of these games alive. But one day after Chance won one of these death games, still thinking that iTrap was his close friend, Chance was about to boast about winning when suddenly iTrap stopped him. The two would disappear that night. Chance would then find himself in the world of Forsaken, with the last memory seeing of iTrap's hand becoming corrupt. So iTrap himself might be another killer in the future. As for Chance's sin, well, it was the death games. So yeah, all these survivors have all committed some sort of sin to get themselves sent into Forsaken. A lot of them often having to anger the killers in this game. Yeah, I didn't really talk much about the lore of the killers themselves. So if you want another video on that, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.
Guys, subscribe to Flush, okay? Amazing video, bro. It's way darker than I thought, you know? Holy, like we got betrayals, like murders, you know? Some of them are just like straight up killers themselves, you know? They are the survivors, but they are killing more than the actual killers. But yeah, really cool. Tell me which one is your favorite, okay? And now, let's go to the killers. Okay, guys, here are the killers. Oh my god, this one. Bro, I'm even more excited to this one, okay? Like, will he talk about the skins too? Or only the killers? I don't know. I think it's only the killers, right? But okay, let's see, bro. 3, 2, 1, play.
Forsaken is the afterlife where the survivors must stay alive while being hunted. Once the time ends, the survivors get a quick break and then must do this over and over again. Today, we're going to look at these hunters, aka
that one is the one that is not in the game yet, right? He's scary though. Look at him. Looks like a spider, you know? I don't know.
Look at these hunters, aka the killers in this game, to see if they're actually all that evil, or they have just been wronged and now only want want revenge. First up,
Yo.
Cool Kid. So Cool Kid is
let's
actually
see.
based on the real-life Cool Kid exploiter group, in which they would hack many Roblox games like
a group?
Work at a Pizza Place.
Bro, I said that in the first one, but this is absolutely disturbing. Imagine you playing like cute pizza game, you know? And then you just look to the side and there's demonic Mario. Bro, hell no. Hell no.
In the world of Forsaken, Cool Kid is just one person, a person with a dark history. Yet, so Cool Kid's description reads, an adopted son from a single father with a childlike curiosity, but with the strength of a monster. Yeah, if you didn't know, Cool Kid is actually 10 years old. He appears as a red, flesh-like humanoid that can kill fast and traverse fast. He is known for his associations with a vandalization group called Team Cool Kid. Yet, so Cool Kid's history starts off with him being adopted by 007 and 7 after Cool Kid was left on his doorstep due to having a skin condition. Yeah, if you didn't know, 007 and 7 would actually give up his life of crime to try and be a good father to Cool Kid, but that wouldn't last very long because Cool Kid would eventually find 007 and 7's old hacking devices and use them to cause
Cool Kid,
havoc.
why?
A lot of the times he would cause a lot of damage to Builder Brothers Pizza, which is a reference to Cool Kid in real life always hacking Work at a Pizza Place. Yeah, you can even see in the background Elliot being distressed over there. Yeah, because of all the damage done to the pizza place, Cool Kid and 7
Yo, Elliot always get cooked, you know? He's so unlucky, man.
and 7 would eventually get blacklisted from the building, but not only that, at some point Cool Kid would go missing, with 7 and 7 trying to find him. Unfortunately though, he didn't succeed, and eventually 7 and 7 would and wake up in the world of Forsaken. But there, also in the world, was Cool Kid. We're unsure as to how he got here as of now. We do know that the world of Forsaken is some sort of purgatory, aka
Bro, look at how Cool Kid walks, bro. That is disgusting.
here as of now. We do know that the world of Forsaken is some sort of purgatory, aka the afterlife that's run by the mysterious Spectre. Another thing about Cool Kid is that he's actually only 10 years old and is unaware of all his actions. Yeah, he thinks when he defeats people that they're just sleeping or are tired from playing. Cool Kid also has a unique animation with 7 and 7 where when he kills him, he gently places him down instead of the usual animation where he just tosses them. Cool Kid also has a unique voice line with the survivor Elliot, in which when he defeats him, he says this. Again, hinting at how he used to cause destruction in the pizza place. Another cool thing is when 7 and 7 is the last man standing and Cool Kid is the killer, a song known as Banger will actually start playing. Another sad thing about 7 and 7 is
Bro, now that I know the context, the name of the song, like, makes so much more sense, and how it sounds too, you know? That is so cool, man. Forsaken is so well done.
is not liked by most of the survivors in the world of Forsaken. This is because he revealed the truth about him and Cool Kid, and thus they often ignore him now. One by one by one by one. So a lot of his lore can actually be
I already said this video, I'll say it one time. Nerf him now. Let's keep
through
going.
his description, the physical manifestation of pure malice, hatred, and negativity himself. The one who despises no one else more than the former admin Shedletsky. With the daemon shank in his hands, he can summon beings of rot from the deceased.
He looks
as
so
well
cool,
as target
bro.
survivors from afar, poisoning them in the process. Yet, so in real life, 1 by 1 was actually an urban legend that, was actually made by the real Roblox employee Shedletsky as a joke.
Wait, is that Shedletsky? Wait, yo, look at Shedletsky. I think that's actually him. Yo, what's up, bro? In Forsaken, he looks like this, you know? All traumatized, bro. Look, he's a happy guy, bro. Okay.
Shedletsky as a joke. It was revealed here in this post by Mr. Doombringer, in which it was called the real story behind 1 by 1. It details how Shedletsky mentions the evil 1 by 1. Again, this was all purely a joke, but in the world of Forsaken, he's actually the physical manifestation
that's not a joke at all.
of hatred. Yeah, like even in his attack moves right here, like mass infection, it says blame blank Roblox admin. Yeah, again, this is referring to the Mr. Doombringer post where it says blame John. If Shedletsky is the only survivor left and 1 by 1 is the killer, the song Creation of Hatred will start playing. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Forsaken, Shedletsky hasn't told anyone that 1x1 is his own creation.
Do not tell
he's
anybody.
Afraid the other survivors will abandon him and ignore him, just like what they did with 7 and 7. But yeah, now 1x1 is after Shedletsky and all the other survivors in this never-ending game. John Doe.
I'll never forgive Shedletsky though for putting that guy into my game, okay? I'm on the other side of the map doing my generators, and then out of nowhere, you know, how is that fair? How is that fair?
So, John Doe's description reads, the defunct code of the early days
God,
of
John
Roblox courses through their body, consuming his mind as he now only focuses on one thing, to kill everyone in his path. Yet, so John Doe is actually inspired off of a very popular Roblox myth where a lot of people believed that he was going to hack all of Roblox on March 18th, 2017. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying things like,
bro, I kinda wanna see like the whole story, you know, of these hackers, because this is so fun, man. Like the entire Cool Kid story, the entire John Doe story, you know? I feel like there's so much more lore, like outside of the game, even.
Play Roblox on March 18th. Now, nothing actually ended up happening, but in the world of Forsaken, if you do play the game on that exact date, March 18th, and you play as John Doe, his stats will be bumped up to a crazy amount. Yeah, his health is now 318, 2025. His regular speed is 11, 318. Yeah, and not only that, John Doe now looks like this monstrosity over here with the text saying, dude, I told you not to play on March 18th. Now, again, in the world of Forsaken, John Doe is actually a real person. Yeah, he's actually married to Jane Doe, but then something happened where a defunct code would end up corrupting John Doe into this weird creature. He now doesn't recognize anybody, like not even Jane Doe. He still has feelings towards her, but the Spectre made sure to block away those feelings.
Bro, we gotta beat the Spectre's ass, bro.
A fun fact, though, is that giant arm that John Doe has, he doesn't even use it because of how heavy and inconvenient it is. Another fun fact is that Cool Kid is actually scared of John Doe. This is because his father, 7 and 7, would tell him stories of the evil, corrupt John Doe. Now, as for John Doe's appearance, it's actually based off of this old script in which it would just kind of jump scare into looking like this monstrosity here. Yeah, funny enough, John Doe's original design in Forsaken was supposed to look like this. I'm glad they changed it.
Yeah. Oh, thank God they changed it, bro. What is that? That just looks like a guy on steroids, you know?
Oh. And as for his wife, Jane Doe, she's actually going to become a survivor in the near future. Hopefully, she'll be able to get him to have a change of heart. Jason. So, this is the same Jason from the movie series Friday
what are
the 13th.
You doing there?
Now, his skin is actually based off of the Roblox game Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51, which is an old game from 2014. And his description reads, a man whose identity is covered by a crude hockey mask, wielding several tools at his disposal, along with his thirst for the cat and mouse chase. Yet you'll notice that he's the only killer without any range attacks. Because of this though, he's also the fastest killer in the game. Another thing is, if you look at all of his abilities, you'll see quotes here. Make them remember. No place to hide. It'll be easier for you than it was for him. Kill them. All of these are being said by his mother. Which, yeah, in the movies and in
by his mother? Bro, what are you doing? Dog shit parenting, bro.
For him. Kill them. All of these are being said by his mother. Which, yeah, in the movies and in the Friday the 13th game, it is actually Jason's mom that fuels his rage and need for vengeance. Yeah, a quick lore about Jason is he once used to be in Camp Crystal Lake until he would accidentally drown, but then come back to life and seek revenge on those who did him wrong. Yeah, and just like John...
Yo, how is he killing the pizza guy? Like, bro, you're not even in game, you know? Stop beating his ass.
Doe, he gets a huge buff whenever the date is Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, though, Jason is soon to be replaced by another killer called Slasher. This is due to copyright reasonings. Though it seems like Slasher may look and play very similarly to the current Jason we know, Noli. So Noli is the new
I actually want to know about this guy so bad because he just looks like a Void King, you know? Like much more powerful than the rest.
Coming killer of Forsaken. It's actually based on the old popular urban legend in which back in 2010, if you went on Roblox and typed in Noli, there would be this account called the same name. But what was strange about it is that there was no Roblox character tied to it. On the location/last scene, instead of giving a date or time, it would just say question mark. And when you try to click on the Noli account, it would take you back to the Roblox homepage. Yeah, it was a very strange phenomenon that was happening that a lot of people started theorizing what was going on with Noli. Some even putting spreading weird texts such as Noli will return. Yeah, there's even cults based off of this whole myth thing. Yeah, Noli is actually deemed to be one of the first myths in all of Roblox.
He's so
but
disturbing,
in the world
bro.
of Forsaken, Noli was actually an exploiter who worked alongside 7 and 7. Together, they would hack and cause trouble all across Robloxia. But then one day, 7 and 7 would pressure Noli to take the Void Star. Now, this Void Star was actually...
Bro, 7 and 7 though, it's kinda like, what are you doing, man?
said to help Roblox admins, but to Noli, it was turned against him. Noli would become corrupt by this Void Star, and now all Noli wants is revenge against 7 and 7. Yes?
Bro, blame 7 and 7. It was his fault.
666. So this is actually my favorite upcoming killer. Guess 666 is actually based
confirmed.
off of the iconic Roblox myth of the same name, where people thought that there was an account called Guess 666 that could have admin powers in any game they joined, and that they also had the ability to ban anyone they wanted. In the world of Forsaken though, Guess 666 was an average Roblox player. Yet they were actually best friends with Noob. But unfortunately though, something would happen that would tear them apart from each other. Yeah, it was actually revealed that something extremely bad would happen that would just completely end their friendship. Noob would actually try to apologize to Guest 666. You can actually find his letter here. It reads, "Hey Guest, it's been a while. I have no idea if this will ever get to you, but hopefully it does. Can we somehow meet again? I regret so many things, and recent events have made me realize some things about myself." And then there's a lot of blocked out text here. "Why you disappeared? I was the one who hurt you." The rest of the letter is unreadable. It's blotted out. Yeah, so unfortunately, this letter would never actually make it to Guest 666. Because unbeknownst to Noob, Guest 666 would get banned by Builderman. The Spectre would then forsaken Guest 666 and transform him into this monstrosity.
Spectre, I swear to God!
Form is more so supposed to look like this. Despite all this though, Guest 666 does regret everything that happened between him and Noob, but unfortunately, Noob doesn't know what happened to him and thinks that they abandoned him. It's why Noob is often looking sad or distressed. Some facts about Guest 666 is that he's actually jealous of Guest 1337, often thinking to himself, "Why can't I be like you?" And then when Guest 666 sees Noob in the world of Forsaken, he says, "That can't be them, my best friend, Azure." So Azure is a—
No, remember, do not kill Noob. No, oh my God, that one was actually sad. I mean, a lot of sad ones, but oh my God, bro, they were friends. Why do you do that, man?
Their upcoming killer with another very tragic backstory. Yeah, they were part of a cult that worships the Spawn, which is the belief in the ability to respawn or resurrect through it. But someone else that was also in this cult was 2Time. Yeah, the two of them would actually be best friends, but then something would end up happening. Something very tragic. See, 2Time would become very obsessed with the Spawn, often thinking that they were hearing voices, and it got to a point that one day, 2Time took Azure to an isolated area and betrayed them. Yeah, 2Time would end up losing their mind, clearly devoted to the Spawn, and they thought that sacrificing Azure would allow them to resurrect. And when 2Time—
Bro, actual Sasuke betrayer, bro.
Spawn, and they thought that sacrificing Azure would allow them to resurrect. And when 2Time did eventually wake up in the world of Forsaken, they technically did resurrect, and this does play with 2Time's mind. Azure would also wake up in the world of Forsaken, but this time as a monster filled with hatred towards 2Time. But at the same time, he also misses the good times he had with them. An interesting fact about Azure is that he likes to study plants, with his favorite flower being a nightshade, which funny enough, this flower actually represents danger and betrayal. This same flower, aka the nightshade, can actually be found in the milestone skin for 2Time. Another thing is, before they were stuck in the world of Forsaken, 2Time and Azure were actually confirmed to be a couple. And then another thing about Azure is that he was actually banned from his local Burger King for attacking one of the employees because they ran out of mozzarella fries. Doombringer.
What are you doing, man? Because of mozzarella? Am I the only one though that feel like Azure didn't do nothing wrong outside of fighting because of mozzarella? I think in that case 2Time was in the wrong, you know, not the killer. Let me know what you guys think.
So Doombringer is another upcoming killer with an interesting backstory. Yeah, he's actually based on the real life Mr. Doombringer, who's been a Roblox employee since 2013. But in the world of Forsaken, Doombringer is a former super moderator for Roblox that has since fallen from grace and turned to the dark side. Yeah, in the lore, Doombringer would view the other Roblox employees like Builderman and Shedletsky as corrupt and too merciful on punishments.
Buddy, you are literally killing people and they are the corrupted ones. Think about it, bro. Think about it.
Towards hackers and rule breakers, and thus Doombringer took it upon himself to punish others. Yet he would become delusional on his beliefs as they began to corrupt them. Now, in the world of Forsaken, with the influence of the Spectre, he sees himself as true justice. He now works with a mysterious figure only known as Darkheart. This mysterious person is actually the one that created the Void Star. Yet there's a lot more upcoming killers, as well as some more lore hidden within their skin.
Oh, that's
so if you want
it!
to look more into it, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.
Yo, cinema, bro. Cinema, bro. Guys, again, subscribe to Flush, okay? Really good videos. Thank you so much, bro. But yeah, the killer stories are just as cooked as the survivors, you know? It's so cool that, like, so many references from real people, real events, you know? I feel like there's so much lore that I can explore outside of Forsaken 2. That's so cool, actually. Yo, I love that. Guys, let me know who's your favorite killer, okay? But yeah, that was the video, guys. If you guys think that there's more Forsaken content for me to watch, please let me know. Let me know what other games you guys want me to explore, okay? Hop on the streams, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.